Hey guys, I am the Comics Kid 2099, and I wanted to show you guys some of the stuff that I got for Christmas. When I say some, I mean this is all of it. There's some more stuff over here just in the corner of the video. I'll get to that in a minute. This is not going to be a long video. At least I'm going to try my best to make it a short video. I just want to show some stuff. I'm not going to talk about a lot of them very much. This is some Batman boxers. Usually I will just wear these around the house. Also, some of this. You see what I've got here? Hope you ladies enjoyed that. Okay, sorry, I just had to edit all of that out because it took me a while to find the writing. This is a shirt I got. There we go. And there's another shirt somewhere in this mess. It's got Wolverine on it. I don't remember. My sister got it for me. I don't remember where she said that it came from. I wear an extra large. You are treated to that. And that is the Wolverine. So that is all the clothing I got. Looks like a piece of wrapping paper or something that came off a tag was just there. That's all the clothing. Gonna drop that over there. Got some candy. I'm really not gonna talk very much about the candy. You may or may not know this. If you watched my review of Joe the Barbarian, you know this. I am diabetic. I have type 1 diabetes, so I don't eat a lot of candy. One common misconception is that diabetics cannot eat candy, and that is incorrect. We can eat candy just like the rest of you folks. We just have to take insulin for it. So that's, I think, most of the candy. Nope. Some of it right here in what is a coin jar, or a old tin can with Yoda on it. I already have a coin jar. It's actually a former container for moist wipes. I use it to store spare change. I'm probably going to use this to store pencils and pens. I draw. I like to doodle. And so this will be a good thing to hold some of my better pencils that I use. Speaking of drawing and doodling, got two Star Wars erasers. R2-D2 and Darth Vader. I am torn on whether I should use those or just let them be, because if I start to use them, they won't be recognizable as Star Wars things, and I believe that is why they were gotten for me. Those also, I think, came from my sister. Got some pins here. Batman pins and Justice League pins. Looks like the New 52 as per Superman's costume. I don't really use pins. I've got some from a couple years ago that I keep by my computer. They look nice. I just don't have occasion to use them. If I did, if I had like a neat little tote bag that I stored stuff in, I would throw all these things all over that thing. But I don't use a tote bag, so I don't use the pins. Let's see some more Skittles. The lid to that coin jar. This I've already put on my keys, or put my keys on this. I wouldn't say I'm a brilliant artist, but I do like to draw, and that's something my mom got me for my stocking. Got two CDs. I am not a giant music file. I like listening to music, but I'm not... Oh, you can see me in the case there. This is Jen Wigmore. I like about half the songs on this, and the other half I can probably... Oh, sweet. You can also see the posters on my wall. There's that Michelangelo hand-touching thing. There's a Phantom Menace poster, of all things, and that Tiger poster I've had on my wall since I was in the first grade. Anyway, Jen Wigmore, I like about half those songs, and the other half, I think I could probably learn to love them after a while. And then this other CD, kind of a... not the best case. It's significantly less production value than that normal CD case, but Of Monsters and Men. I don't know if you can see that. And I like several of their songs, and I think the ones I really like are on the CD. Dirty Paws, King and Lionheart, Mountain Sound, and Little Talks. And I think there was one more that I heard on here. Might have been Your Bones. I really liked what I heard, but then we changed through it because someone else in the car didn't like it. And I like to try and be considerate. Got this cup. I don't know how many ounces it is. Maybe 16. I will probably drink water out of this thing because it is not dishwasher safe, and I don't want to drink like milk or Diet Mountain Dew or something out of it and then have to wash it. So if I just drink water, then I will have to wash it less. And then I got a Star Wars calendar. It looks really great. It's the original trilogy, which is what I prefer with Star Wars. And then My sister got this for me. I didn't even ask for it. Didn't know it was coming, and I'm pretty excited to read it. Wow, read it. Watch it. This movie length, I think. There's, I believe, 2 documentaries on there, and I think it ends up being about 95 minutes long. So I have never seen any of these interviews that Kevin Smith does. I know he does that sort of thing a lot, so I don't know what's in store for me there. I just know I know of Kevin Smith, and I know of Stan Lee, of course, so that should be really interesting. I don't know if there's a whole lot of new information here. I guess I'll find out when I watch it, and I may watch it tomorrow, or when you're watching this, if you're watching it the day it goes up, then I will be watching it today for you guys. Okay, let me real quick move all of this stuff, and then you will get to see the books that I got. And I'm back. Okay, this is an Amazon gift card for, I believe, $20. I know I am going to be getting a Legion of Superheroes book with it. That will probably, for those of you who don't know, I buy stuff used, so that will not take up the entire gift card. I'm still not entirely sure what I want to get with the rest of the gift card. I'm probably going to go ahead and spend it all as soon as I'm done with this video, because when I have a gift card like that, I usually go ahead and spend it so that I don't forget it and then it's there a year later. I go ahead and spend it, and I have a book of Legion of Superheroes from Mark Waid's second run. I, however, am missing the immediate volume before it. I've read all the volumes before it except for one, so I will go ahead and order that one that I am missing, and then I can read it and the one that is sitting on my bookshelf over there to my left. And then, I don't know, I'm probably going to get an X-Men book. Maybe let this kind of take care of part of the price for Joe Casey's run on Uncanny X-Men, which about a month ago that was released as one giant compendium that's like 12 or 13 issues. So this will not cover all of that, but it will cover some of it. And then I will just pay for the rest of it. Now, over here, this is where I'm going to have to try really hard not to spend a lot of time talking about all of these, because some of these I'm going to want to talk about a lot. So I'm just going to try to spend 30 seconds or less on all of these. Avengers, X-Men, Blood Ties. All I know about this is, well, who all's in it, and this was early 90s, before the Age of Apocalypse, and it's an Avengers crossover. I believe there's actually more Avengers here than there is X-Men. Like, there's 3 issues of Avengers and 2 issues of X-Men. So, more of an Avengers book, but it is still an X-Men book, and for that matter, that is why I own it, because I'm an X-Men crazy fanatic, and I buy everything X-Men that I can. Speaking of X-Men Fallen Angels, I have read this before. It's okay. The pacing is really weird. You see this really gigantic team of characters on here, and it takes them like 6 out of 8 issues to form the team, and then the threat that they face is like the last issue or 2. It's an okay story, kind of a spin-off of the New Mutants, because you've got Sunspot and Warlock. They go and meet a whole bunch of these characters. Some of them are kind of important characters, like Jamie Madrox and Boom Boom. You got Devil Dinosaur and Moon Boy, Siren. Most of those characters had appeared before this series, but this was kind of fleshing them out, if you will, kind of giving them more screen time, because none of them were really appearing very regularly in any other title except for Sunspot and Warlock. And then some of these characters, like Ariel, I don't remember this girl's name, and this guy, I also don't remember his name. I don't think they appeared at all after this, except for Ariel. Spoiler alert, she died in Matt Fraction's Uncanny X-Men run. It's an okay story. Mostly I have it because it's X-Men related. I have read it before, though, so it'll be nice to have it in hardcover. I always really love these hardcover editions that look like this. I have a few in addition to these 2 that I just showed you. The Long Shot miniseries, and the Kitty Pryde Wolverine miniseries, and the Magic Illyana Storm miniseries. I have all of those in hardcovers like that, so this will be a nice couple of additions to that collection. Miranda Mercury, I know nothing about this. It's pretty thick. It actually is hardcover. I did not realize that earlier. And it is, it looks like it's kind of trying to do a Flash Gordon, Buck Rogers kind of thing, which I am all for that. I know very little else about it. I know the name kind of caught me. It sounded cool. That's why I had it on my list, and I got it. So I hope that I enjoy it. I'll let you know what I think of it later. Demon Knights. One of the 2 series from the New 52 that I am still excited about. The other one being OMAC, which I got for my birthday a couple months ago, and I still haven't read that. So I hope that this is good, and I hope that it's still going on. I don't even know if it is or not, but I will let you guys know what I think of that as well. Got a Indestructible Hulk Volume 1. This is another hardcover by Mark Waid and I don't know, Leinil Francis Yu. And then there's another Hulk book somewhere in here. I've heard a lot of Hulk fans complain about this run of Hulk. Everything I've heard about it sounds really cool, really interesting, a whole lot better than roughly the last decade of Hulk. Everything that happened from after Planet Hulk all the way up to maybe before Jason Aaron's run, or maybe even including Jason Aaron's run, has sounded not the best. So I don't know, a lot of people have been really griping about this, but this looks like it's going to be something that I would really enjoy. I don't know much else about this. I know that that is the tagline, and that sounds like a really cute little tagline. I think I am going to enjoy reading this. The Cyber Bear, what's not to love? This looks like it's done in the style that I really love as well. A very cartoony, kind of Bruce Timm-ish style. So I hope I enjoy that. Another volume of Peter David's X Factor run. This, I guess, is about the Invisible Woman. I haven't read up to, this is volume 9. I haven't read up to this volume, but I have the first couple of volumes immediately preceding this one. So this is going to be another volume in my X Factor run. Probably the first one that's in paperback, if I'm not mistaken. All the others that I have before this are in hardcover. This is volume 2 of Jason Aaron's run. I believe he only did 2 volumes in total. I've had the first volume. I've had it for about a year, and I've been waiting to read it until I could get this one. Now that I have them both, I can go ahead and read them both back to back. And I've heard a lot of good things about his run. Specifically in the first 6 or so issues, I heard some good things. I stopped hearing as many compliments toward this run as it got closer to the end of its run. Hopefully, it'll be good. I am a Hulk fan. I am in a Hulk mood, so hopefully that'll be something that I enjoy reading. Bedlam. I truthfully don't remember putting this on my list, but I must have read the premise somewhere out there, and I saw that Nick Spencer did it. I read a very little bit of Nick Spencer's Ultimate X-Men, and I liked it pretty well. So I must have had a reason for putting this on my list, but I don't remember doing so. But anyway, I hope I enjoy it. Generation X Classic Volume 1. This collects everything that is in the trade paperback called the Phalanx Covenant. X-Men, the Phalanx Covenant, I think, or the Origins of Generation X. That I don't remember. Look up one of those. This collects everything from there, plus the first 4 issues of Generation X. That other book, the Phalanx Covenant, it only collects the first issue of Generation X. So, a pretty thick book, and I really love the first 25 or so issues of Generation X. So this is out, and then there is a Volume 2 that collects, I think, 12 or so issues of Generation X. So I hope that Marvel keeps putting out these volumes, because I would love to have all of the Scott Lobdell, Chris Bachalo stuff at the very least in trade. I would really love for them to just collect all of that series, but I don't know if that's going to happen. Jack Kirby's Fourth World Omnibus Volume 1. There are 4 of these bad boys, and the other 3 are kind of expensive, I believe. I recently looked these up. I did not realize I had put this on my list, so this was a nice little surprise when I saw it. This is probably the biggest book that I have. Look at that. It's like Bible-sized. And I've always wanted to read all of this stuff. You know, The New Gods, The Forever People, and Mr. Miracle. I've always wanted to read it all. So now I've got the first 4th of it. 3 more books to go. Maybe the Volume 2 will be one of them that I get with a gift card. Who knows? So yeah, that's something. I probably will wait to read this until I have all 4 of them. Depends on how expensive the other 3 volumes are. And then the last book here, Angel After the Fall, Volume 2. I have Volume 1 and Volume 3 in hardcover, so now I have the first 3 volumes. I think there are 4 or 5 volumes total of Angel After the Fall, and then there's the Aftermath volume, and then I don't really know what comes next. I have no intention of reading the Buffy comics. I've heard only bad things from those. Those look really awful. Everything that I've heard just makes me not want to read the Buffy Season 8 comics, but I am interested in the After the Fall stuff. It looked really interesting to me, and part of that could be that as a whole, I liked the Angel series a whole lot better than the Buffy series, so this is something that I will enjoy reading, and I probably someday in the very far future, after I finish reading the After the Fall stuff, I will even check out the Angel and Faith ongoing. It's either an ongoing or a mini, I don't remember right now. So I've talked longer than I planned to. As always, I ramble. That's everything that I have. I hope that you guys had an amazing holiday break. I hope you guys had some cool things yourself. And that's about all I have here. So I hope you guys have a great rest of the day. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll catch you tomorrow. Have a good day. Oh, and I forgot to mention these guys. Got a Darth Vader, Obi-Wan, Gwen Stacy, Amazing Spider-Man costume Spidey, and the Lizard. Got all 5 of these. Actually, these 3 were in a package, and these 2 are in a package. Okay, that's all I have for real this time. Catch you guys tomorrow. Have a great day.